Thank you so much for choosing to watch my story.
My name is Mira, and I'm a little female mermaid. Mom asked me never to swim offshore, but I can't be swimming in the same environment all the time. My elder sister would swim wherever and whenever she wanted, but I don't know why. My case was different. Well, left, right, up, and down, nobody was watching. Let me swim outside this place and see what's going on in the neighborhood, I said to myself. I swam and swam until I went far away from home and couldn't find my way back. I cried and cried, calling out for my sister, my friends, and my mom. But nobody answered. I even sang our favorite song, but no one sang along. Then, I saw a human bending down to fetch water. I quickly hid behind a leaf, but the wave carried me, and I landed in the gourd she was using. Unaware of my presence, she lifted the gourd, poured the water into her pot, and carried it on her head. When she finished fetching water, I was still inside the pot, very frightened. After a few minutes, she lowered the pot, placed it down, and started speaking in a language I didn't understand. After a while, a little boy came around and started playing with the water using both hands. His mother yelled at him. I didn't really know what she told him, but after she scolded him, he left only to return a few seconds later with a small bowl in his hand. He dipped the bowl into the pot and fetched some water, but I followed the water he scooped. Immediately, he saw me in his bowl. He flung it out of fear, and I landed on the ground with a thud. He attempted to run away, but then summoned the courage to come closer. I asked him to. Of course, he replied. But a woman spoke in a language I didn't understand. I said, well, that's my mom, and she spoke in our native language. Okay, so can you please put me back in the water now? I asked politely. If I drop you back in that pot, my mom might get rid of you out of fear or do something bad to you. Okay, just hang on, he said. He placed me on the ground and left. After a moment, he returned with a glass bottle filled with water. He carefully picked me up and placed me inside. That's it, he said, grinning. Wow, thank you, I said, peeping through the bottle. Meanwhile, my name is Mira Jonas, he replied. What are you doing here? He asked. Well, I lost my way home. My mom asked me never to swim outside my place, but I decided to take a little stroll and ended up in your mother's pot of water. Please, can you help me get back home? My sister's wedding is in 2 days, and I need to return. Don't worry, just put me back in the river. My dad must have organized a search party by now. As soon as I get back in the water and sing our song, I'm sure my people will hear me. It's not as easy as you think, he said, scratching his head. How? I asked. You see, children are not allowed near the river here. The elders say mermaids kidnap them, and they never see their people again. That's not true. It's all lies. We don't kidnap people. As a matter of fact, we are harmless. Please help me. I promise no harm will come to you. Okay. I'll try. I heard mermaids could grant wishes. If I help you get back home, what will you give me in return? He asked, grinning. I'll give you whatever you want. Okay. I wish to go to the white man's land with my mom and siblings. Can you make that happen? He asked again. Okay. Promise, I replied. Jonas, what is that you're holding? His mom walked in, arms crossed. It's an empty bottle of water, he replied. Trash it or keep it somewhere and come. Help me in the kitchen, she said, adjusting the rope on her dress as she left. Jonas quickly ran into a room and hid me under a pillow. This room belongs to my siblings and me, and this is my pillow, he said, tapping it. Please hang on till I'm done in the kitchen. Then I'll help you get back home, he added with a smile. He left. But after a few minutes, a very little girl raised the pillow slowly. She stood still, staring at me with her mouth wide open. Then, all of a sudden, she screamed, Sarah? Sarah! Oh no! Who's Sarah? I asked myself as I sat quietly in the bottle, my eyes wide open and fear written all over my face. Sarah? Sarah! She called again. Jonas came running in and quickly picked up the bottle, hiding it behind him. Then an older girl walked in. What is it, Kara? Why were you screaming my name like that? the older girl asked, but little Kara couldn't utter a word. She just pointed at Jonas. What did you do to her, Jonas? And what are you hiding? Sarah asked. Nothing, Jonas replied, sneaking out of the room. As soon as he reached the door, he bolted. He was hiding something. Jonas was hiding something behind him. Kara finally managed to say, like what? Sarah asked. A mermaid. I saw a mermaid in a bottle under Jonas' pillow, said Kara. What? Sarah approached the bed and attempted to lift the pillow. He already took it with him, Kara said. It wasn't a mermaid that you saw. Maybe it was something else, Sarah replied as she walked out of the room. I knew no one was going to believe me, but I swear I saw a mermaid, Kara said to herself. Later that night, while the family was having dinner, Sarah, Jonas, and Kara kept exchanging glances. Then, in the middle of the night, while everyone was asleep, Jonas took out the bottle and said to me, "Hey, you'll be fine, I promise. I'll take you to the river tomorrow. But are you hungry? I saved some bread for you." He opened the bottle and dropped a tiny piece of bread inside. Who is Sarah and that little girl? I asked. Sarah is my big sister, and Kara is my little sister, he replied. Before he could say another word, Sarah suddenly sat up. Who are you talking to? She asked. Jonas stuttered, scratching his head. Sarah approached and grabbed the bottle from him. What? You trapped a mermaid in here? Sarah asked, wide-eyed. No, I didn't. I wanted to help her get back home, he replied. You're crazy, right? She asked again. No, I'm serious. I found her in the pot Mom fetched water with this afternoon. She needs to go back home. Her sister's wedding is coming up too, Jonas explained, trying to convince her. And who told you all this? Sarah asked. Mira, the mermaid. She talks, Jonas replied. Sarah stared at me. Hi, I'm Mira, I greeted. Sarah flung the bottle in the air and quickly hid behind Jonas out of fear. But Jonas caught it. Don't be scared, Mira is harmless, he assured her. He continued. Look, Sarah, I mustn't know about this. I promised to help Mira get back home, and in return she has promised to fulfill my wish. Sarah slowly stepped out of hiding. Fulfill your wish? Which is? Sarah asked inquisitively. Going to the white man's land, Jonas replied, smiling broadly. Then Sarah grabbed the bottle from Jonas again. What about me? Can you fulfill my wish? Sarah asked. Okay, I replied. I want pearl necklaces, handbags, glass heels, earrings, and beautiful clothes, Sarah said, still listing wishes. But I cut in. Look, I can only fulfill one wish. I'm just a tiny little mermaid. Okay then, I want glass heels, she decided. She turned to Jonas. I promise you I won't tell Mom about this, Sarah affirmed. Then they laid down to sleep, while Jonas placed the bottle beside him. The journey to the river very early the following morning. Sarah woke Jonas up so they could set out for the river. But on their way, they met an old lady. And where are you two going? Don't you know that children are not allowed on this path leading to the river? She asked. Jonas muttered. Now, get back to wherever you're coming from, she yelled. Jonas and Sarah ran back as fast as their legs could carry them, but Sarah made Jonas hide with her behind a tree until the old lady passed them unnoticed. Then they continued their journey to the river. As soon as we arrived, merman soldiers were already everywhere, searching for me. Jonas quickly opened the bottle and poured the contents into the river. I hurriedly embraced the soldiers, and they were so happy to see me again. Then, the commander of the mermaid soldiers marched forward, stretched his sword, and pointed it at Sarah and Jonas. Where did you take her, you two? He asked. No, they took me nowhere. They helped me instead, I replied. But the commander brought out a bottle of concoction and poured it on Jonas. Sarah dodged it and ran back a little. Jonas began melting into the river slowly. No, I screamed. It was truly painful to watch. Sarah ran home, shouting at the top of her voice, "You betrayed us." I felt so bad. I cried and cried as the melted substance was collected into a small drum and rolled away. He is innocent, I managed to say amidst tears, but no one uttered a word or cared to listen. Back home with a heavy heart. When we arrived home, My family was overjoyed to see me again, but I looked so sad and unhappy. Mira, we were so worried. What happened to you? And why do you look so sad? Aren't you happy to be home? My dad asked. I sighed. Dad, I am happy to be home, but the boy that was captured by the commander is the one who saved my life. He meant no harm. What really happened, my dear? My dad asked. I swam to another neighborhood and couldn't find my way home. Then a human was fetching water by the river, and I fell into the bowl she was using. She unknowingly threw me into her pot. This boy, the one who was arrested, found me, put me in water, and fed me until he brought me back. What if something bad had happened to you? He needs to be dealt with. My dad roared in anger. Nothing must happen to him, please. I begged. Then, without hesitation, I swam to the commander's house. The drum was still before him, with other soldiers surrounding it. He opened the drum slowly, and its contents poured out. After a few seconds, Jonas transformed back into a human. I ran to him. Jonas, I called. He raised his head and looked at me. You betrayed us, he managed to say. Get back, Mira, the commander ordered. Then, I saw my father and mother coming from afar. Dad, Mom, please help save this boy. Let him go back home to his people, begged. He needs to be dealt with, my dad said again, swimming forward. I turned and rushed home. After a few minutes, I returned, holding a bottle of potion. I made sure everyone was looking at me. Then I opened the bottle and pointed it at myself. You have a few seconds to set this boy free, or I will empty the contents of this bottle into my stomach, I threatened. Mira, please don't, my mom begged. Mom, step back, I yelled. Okay, okay. Commander, set the boy free and let him go. My dad finally instructed. No, not just letting him go. I want him handsomely rewarded, I demanded. Okay, name whatever it is you want for him, and it shall be done, my dad said. I want him adorned with gold and precious stones. I want 2 big boxes full of gold and gems, and another big box filled with gold necklaces, bracelets, earrings, pearl necklaces, and glass heels, all for him, I said. Okay, done, my dad agreed. Then he went back home, gathered everything I had requested, and handed it over to Jonas. He also ordered the commander and a few soldiers to accompany Jonas to the riverside, where his people would find him. I volunteered to go with them. Jonas was adorned from head to toe as we dropped him by the river. His people were already there, wailing, but as soon as they saw him emerge from the water, they gasped and stepped back in shock. Is that you, Jonas? His mother, who already looked exhausted, asked. It's me, Mom, he replied. His mother ran to him and hugged him tightly. Then Sarah and Kara rushed forward. Sarah, look, Mira made them give us all these things, and the things you wished for are all in the 3rd luggage, Jonas said, pointing at it. What? Wow, Sarah exclaimed in excitement. She turned to me. Mira, I couldn't fulfill your wish of traveling to the white man's land directly, but your mom can help you sell all these treasures, and your dream may still come true, I told Jonas. Jonas and his mom turned to me. Thank you, they both said. I smiled and waved at them. Then, the mermaids and I left for home, happy that I had saved Jonas and fulfilled his wish. Many years later, one day, a mermaid hurried to me and said, a human is by the river, screaming your name. A human? I asked, puzzled. I followed her quickly, and we arrived at the spot in no time. There, standing tall, handsome, and looking fresh, was a man. Jonas, I exclaimed. You guessed right. It's me, Jonas. So good to see you again, he said, beaming with a smile. You look amazing. Where have you been? How have you been? I asked. Well, Mira, my mom sold everything you gave me, and we made a fortune from it. Then my mom contacted my uncle in the city who helped us travel abroad. I arrived back in the village a few days ago to help some youths travel abroad for a better life, Jonas explained. Thank you so much for changing my life. He added sincerely. It's a pleasure, Jonas. I'm so glad to hear you're doing well, I replied. The end. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to this channel. We have amazing stories coming your way. See you again.